Hello, and welcome back to Mediocre Flips. And horrible commentary. It snowed today. That's where you got the picture in the thumbnail of this bad boy. And that's kind of rare in Arizona, at least where I live. It hasn't snowed for like, I think 4 years is the last time it like snowed, at least where I'm at. It snowed like up on the mountains and stuff, but not really where I'm at. And it was a lot of snow too. It was a good amount, which is crazy. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this guy, my Medusa V1. Oop. I can already tell this video is going to be out of frame. Whatever. I love this thing so much, I even paid to get it Cerakoted. Because my goal is to have an all blacked out collection. Now, I don't love Cerakote. I actually looked up every other blackening method there was. Just because it can scrape really, really easily. Like, I dropped my Alpha Beast once, and it scuffed the whole side of the handles. It did all of that. Yeah, it's just not the best for durability. But I couldn't really find anything else, and this was cheap-ish. It's pretty expensive, but it looks really, really good. And I'm not planning on beating this. It was probably going to stay in this condition for a little while. I really love it, and I think I have not showed off yet my bad financial decisions. So here it is. Sounds awesome. It is the V1, not the V2, sadly, but I like the V1. It's a little bit more simpler. Whew, that ring though. Anyway, but I love this thing so much because of the balance point. My first blade show I went to, I think, was 2021 or 2022 West. I couldn't remember, but it was when the Medusa. Whew, I can't speak today. It was when the Medusa first came out, and Grant, I think it's Grant Marshall, the owner and the maker of Fellowship Blades, his knives. He was walking around with the prototype, so it was a V1, very, very similar to this, and we were just letting people flip it. And my friend, I heard him say that. I said, "Hey, this guy's walking around with his Medusa." I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. And somehow I found myself face to face with Fellowship Blades. Didn't know who he was, and he said, "Hey, you want to try this?" I said, "Sure." So he handed me the knife, and then shortly a circle of probably like 10 other guys, circled around, was like, "Yo, I want to try that next." So I got nervous, but from my short, like 10 seconds of flipping it before I got nervous and handed it to somebody else and walked away, it was the most memorable Bally I've ever flipped at that whole show, and I flipped a lot. I mean, Alpha Beast reps, a whole bunch of stuff I never touched before. Up until that point, I only flipped a Kraken and a Lucha, and a couple of like Amazon trainers. But this and the Machine-Wise Marin trainer, not the Marin Light, that never came out yet, but the Machine-Wise Marin trainer, yes, there was a trainer, and these were the two knives that really stuck with me. And so I started saving, and I was looking originally for a Machine-Wise Marin live blade, but I just could not find one. And then I thought, you know what, for like 40 extra bucks, I could just get one of these if I get a good deal, because this was also at the time when people were jacking up the prices on these. So some guy DM'd me and said, "Hey, I traded for a knife plus this. I didn't want this. Do you want it?" And he gave me a great price on it, so I jumped on it. And here it is, still one of my very favorite Balisongs flippers, the whole experience. I love it so much. Part of that is just because it's simple, it rings. That's what I was primarily looking for. Just the sound, honestly. I don't know how well you can hear that. Hopefully pretty well. Probably not. But I absolutely love it. And the blade is kind of like a... Geez, what is it? It's kind of like a Tonto harpoon. I don't know. But the machining lines, if it'll focus. There you go. The machining lines are absolutely gorgeous. And I hope this isn't filming in like 30 FPS. I have my settings set high, but my phone's been acting weird lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if it looks like I'm filming on a potato. Ow. So that's cool. I really love how it flows. All my ballad songs flip differently. This one just wants to flow. Like, it demands just combo after combo, non-stop movement. That's when you really get a great experience, is when you can combo a whole bunch of stuff together. And for me, that's just like my 4 tricks I know. But it just flows so well. Aerials are nice and predictable. It is a little bit blade biased. People say that the V2s, or like the V2.5, whatever we're on right now, are more neutral. My friend just got one because I hyped this up for so long, and he said it's kind of underwhelming. I'm like, aw, that sucks. I'm sorry you don't appreciate art, but yeah, it is a little bit blade biased. I kind of like it like this, especially just this balance and how it flips. I don't mind it. On any other knife, I'm sure I could find it annoying, but this one, it just works. I don't know why, but it works. So I'm super, super happy with this. And a lot of people are commenting on my flips saying, you know, I love your flipping style. What is that? I don't really have that. I don't think. I just do the same 5 to 8 tricks over and over again. Hey, plus scissors. I've been working on some. There's like this one new trick where you start up high, you go down, cross over, throw it around, and then you saw me doing this a lot because it's really, really fun. Around the thumb, then switch the momentum and go into like a reverse chaplain. That one's really, really fun. So if you want to learn it, it just goes around the thumb and then down to the finger. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't really know where I kind of picked it up. I saw tricks that I thought were cool, and I learned those. If I don't like a trick, if I think it's too simple, which I should have learned them. I should have learned all the simple tricks, but I didn't. Oh yeah, ADD break. My hand's back. Good as new. Still can't really do a whole lot of tricks because I never really knew any. Oh, I'm sorry that my camera's shaking all over. But yeah, I got my hand back. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of learned tricks that I thought were cool. I followed a lot of people. Battle Song Sam, he's a guy that I really like his tricks, so I learned a couple of those. I love rollovers, so I do a lot of rollovers. Just learn the tricks that you like. If you eventually, you'll just, your own style, your own flipping style will just kind of come to you. I think the third trick I ever learned was an advanced trick, the choker fan. I don't know why. I saw that and I thought, whoa, that's cool. So I learned it. No clue why. I mean, up until that point, I could do this, just kind of like in a loop. That's very, very basic stuff, and then straight to an advanced trick. So, I mean, that was interesting. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but yeah, any trick that you like, go for it. Then I think style also comes from just experimenting around with what you like. With, I mean, not only the tricks, but don't just use everybody else's combo. Find like one solid trick and then try and combo it together with the other tricks you know by yourself. Because if somebody gives you a combo, that's cool, but that's kind of their combo. Just try and take all the tricks that you know and then put them together in different ways. That's something that I struggle with because I'm so used to just doing the same thing over and over again. But at times I'll get bored and say, hey, let me, instead of start with behind the 8 ball, let me do this or that and then end there. So, I don't know. Those are all the tips. I'm not professional in any way. If you think that my flips are smooth, please, please, please go check out somebody else big in the community, like James Hill. That guy's crazy. Battle Song Sam. He's really, really cool. Who else? Death Flips. Like, go check out them, because I'm like a wet turd on the sidewalk compared to them. Don't know why those are the words that pop into my mind, but I said them and I can't take them back, and I'm 9 minutes in and I'm not going to re-record this. So I hope that you, random person, enjoy this, or don't. Please don't enjoy this. Please don't come back. Why does anybody even watch